Let's try this again. So I just finished shooting my last day here at KLPac for this week. Pretty much been shooting for 5 days with a day break. What was it? Tuesday till now with a Friday break. And then last week I was shooting on Sunday and Thursday and all the other stuff, which I talked about how exhausted I was. And yeah, this one's pretty interesting because it was 8 plays, all in Mandarin, 15 to 20 minutes each. And it's being shot just for online, so there was no audience. And for this one, they wanted to try and use clip mics. So at first I was using these Synco G1A2 little clip mics, these, I guess you could say, copies of the Rode Video Micro. No, the Rode Wireless Go. And they were, to put it lightly, less than ideal. To put it honestly, they were fucking shit. So much so that I had to go and buy these, the Rode Wireless Go 2s, which I fucking love. Like, the difference is insane. Definitely gonna do a review on those Syncos and put them on blast because they were just terrible. They kept cutting out. They picked up every bit of interference from the faders. They just made my life a living hell. I've got so much post to work on, as opposed to with these Rodes, which work really, really well. And since I had them out of the bag, I was kind of curious to see how they work in other scenarios. And since I was driving back, and it's a Sunday when I usually upload my vlog, figured I'd give it a test drive whilst I'm driving home. But yeah, the KLPac gigs have been the main gigs for shooting ever since the pandemic opened up. I also shot one day with Jeremy this week. Yeah. So yeah, it was non-stop shooting except for Friday because, wow, jackass. Yeah, even on the one day that I wasn't shooting, I took on another job last minute with a friend of mine, shooting some corporate video interviews. But yeah, the KLPac gigs, they have been the main income for this whole month of October and probably for the next 2 months as well, unless some other gigs pop up. I'll be honest, you know, not everyone has a lot of budget these days, especially somewhere like a theater. But you know what, like, doing the gigs at KLPac, like, first of all, it's income. Any income I can get, fine, fuck it. Secondly, on the scale of things, it's not actually that difficult a gig to do. You know, it's event shooting. Thirdly, I get to watch some interesting shit and technically get paid for it. So far, I've been able to watch those Live Sendirian Berhad, those Usman Awang poetry readings, and then this one, Legends. Like, yeah, I don't speak Mandarin, so I have no idea what they're talking about, but I can definitely feel what they're expressing. It's interesting because I haven't been that exposed to Chinese theater, and it's different. It's very expressive, it's very technical. Multiple lighting cues and music cues and sound effects. Like, it's pretty awesome to watch, to be honest with you. I can't wait to get the subtitles so that I know what it was that I was shooting, but I have a general idea of what the stories are about. So there were 8 plays, 8 varying plays. Most of them quite tragic, actually, to be honest with you. There weren't many happy endings, but very, very interesting. Great performances as well. But yeah, that's been the schedule for the past week. But yeah, I'm totally impressed with these Rode Wireless Go mics. It's so annoying that the truth of the matter is when it comes to sound equipment, you get exactly what you pay for. It's also nice to be going back to the theater again. Like, every once in a while, I always end up back in KLPac to do something, whether it's just meet up with Joe and Farida to shoot a play or maybe to do some work with them. Even though I haven't been acting on stage at all for like a decade, feels like anyway. It's still fun to go back there because it's kind of a, I don't know, it's a nice little creative reset for me. Like, every time I go back there, there's always something new and interesting and different compared to what I usually see in the film industry and video industry. You know, it's always something unique. And it helps get the creative juices flowing. Like, I think I spoke last week's episode about how the Usman Awang poetry thing, you know, kind of got my juices flowing a bit. This one as well, just looking at, it's a weird thing to say for theater, but the visuals of it all. Oof. But yeah, for now I'm kind of glad that this week's non-stop shooting is done. because I'm kind of looking forward to spending some time in the studio, shooting some stuff there and recording some music, because a lot of ideas have been popping up in my head. I want to try and see if these ideas work. But yeah, you know, shooting in KLPac, there's something very interesting about seeing all these plays and performances, and these performers as well. More and more ideas keep swirling in my head as I come in to shoot stuff. So I guess we'll see what comes out of it all. In the meantime, I'm almost at the, fuck me, the sun is bright. Ooh. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm almost at the toll near my house. So until next week, I guess this is this week's episode. All right, take care.